Is everyone getting you down?
Ass.
People always telling you what to do?
Ass.
Parents always telling you what to do?
Ass.
Teachers say you gotta do it their way?
Ass.
Cops trying to bust up your party?
Ass.
Uncle Sam trying to dig into your wallet?
Ass.
Preacher bringing God down on you?
Ass.
Everything is ass, and it's time to fight back.
But Hector, how do I fight back against the ass?
Shut the hell up, Chris. You gotta turn that ass around and use it for yourself. Just 3 simple steps. It's in the name, dummy. First, we got the A. That stands for awareness. That means pay attention. Don't be a zombie NPC. Somebody could be trying to pull a fast one on you and you're asleep at the wheel. Come on, get with it.
Now what?
It's the S, fool. I thought you were paying attention. The S stands for skepticism.
What's that?
I'm glad you asked. Because it means doubt. Question everything. Do you really think people don't have a reason to lie to you? You think the news is always right? That your friends are never selfish? That the cops know the laws perfectly? That the government didn't give a bunch of people syphilis?
Question everything.
Hector, what do I do now?
Now it's time to go for that final S and master that ass.
Scrutiny!
Put that ass to the test. Look it up, do a little research, experiment. Check in on that ass to see if it's legit. Stop messing with ass that don't pass basic sniff test.
But Hector, how do I remember all that?
I made a shirt, so you don't have to. Go on, get down in the link right now and order yours. Stop being everybody's fool and master that ass. Get the shirt! Do it now! Go! Do it!
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the new campaign brought to you by Heavy Metal RPG. We've got a great one in for you to store. I hope you saw the commercial. Merch is now available. There's a link down below. Uh, I am your GM, Artist for Hire Santana. That's not just a name. You can actually hire me for art needs. I'll be running your game for the next several weeks until the campaign is over. And unfortunately, we won't be, if you comment, we appreciate your comments, but you will be ignored because this is a game for my players and not for the crowd. We don't do that weird stuff that I know some of the other internet guys do. But speaking of my players, if you just please go around and introduce yourselves.
Helicopter reporting for duty.
You want to tell us anything about yourself, lead playtester?
I like to play these kind of games and also video games. End of introduction.
A man of simple taste, but a good man nonetheless.
I'm Ade, and I also like to play tabletop games and video games. It's pretty much just gonna copy Yuli. That's it.
All right, my name's Evan. This is my first campaign, so pretty excited to dive deep into this. I've been meaning to do it for a few years now, and I do enjoy video games, and just a pretty big geek overall.
Well, that's the kind of crowd that you need. All right. So, oh, did I? Let's see. I'm trying to use my phone for this so that I have it at hand. But let's. I guess we're going to go ahead and begin. And we begin. Oh, actually, one last thing. Your names are up on the screen by your character names.
Mhm.
If you can go through and give a quick description of your characters.
Cool.
So Cornelius Venture Moon is he's a guy that does a lot of business. He's a very handsome man with well dressed blonde hair and blue eyes, and his executive is Tim Johnson, also well dressed. He sorry, I have the description here.
Men of Culture, I think. Oh, by the way, this campaign, everybody's playing 4 characters, guys, if you're following along.
He's 5'10", black hair and brown eyes. And then I'm also playing a child named Bart Hyde with dark hair and green eyes. And also another gentleman named Derek Waters, who is 6 foot, brown hair, brown
Derek
eyes.
Waters. Love it. Derek Waters.
Yes.
All right, I shall go next. My first character would be Noah Hyde. He's a 26-year-old male, and he is the leader of a cult.
And father of Bart Hyde.
And
by
he
the
is,
way.
yeah, by the way, Bart Hyde's daddy. My other character is a xenomarine biologist. Her name is Harper Brewer. She is 28 years old. She a cutie. I have some pictures if y'all want to see. Slide them in your DMs. All right, let's see. We've also got a mercenary, and she is a 25-year-old woman. Her name is. Well, I know her name. I do. Her name is Lucia Wolf. And I also have a character called Working Joe. He is a synthetic assigned to the lead researcher, Tim Johnson.
I think that leaves you, Evan.
Yeah, first is my Jack of all trades player. His name is Nathan Winger. Then I have a dive specialist. Their name is Leilani Kalahi Kamaka. And then my ex-soldier, his name is Pat Tillman. And my lead researcher, they are she or her name is Mal Rodak.
Excellent. All right. Let's officially begin the game. Cult leader, which is Noah, right?
Yes, Noah Hyde.
Okay. Noah, describe to everyone your father's home. Yeah, first off, go ahead and describe your father's home, the home that you inherited after your father died.
Is that like something you gave me? Or I'm supposed to make that up?
Yep, just make it up. It's improv time.
Okay, as in like a house or the place he's from?
It could be anything you want.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to describe the place that he lived, because essentially he inherited things from him. He had a big house with lots of books and dusty stuff and of weird research and all kinds of weird relics that people don't know where they're from. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to give you for that.
Okay, it's a nice home though?
I
A
would
big
say it
place,
was a
little
big
place?
place. It was nice, but I would say that his father was someone who was really obsessed with his research and his work. And like I said, everything's kind of like piled around and dusty and neglected. And so I'd say the house is somewhat dilapidated. But like I said, there's a lot of things of both like scientific, monetary, and just sentimental value around the place. Just like your typical, I don't know.
All right, that's
hermit.
where you guys are at. Now to stress you out some more, why don't you describe any rituals or prayers that you share with the group?
Yeah, thanks for this. Thanks for the having me prepared for this. Okay, I guess a ritual that I would expect all of my cult members to do is that anytime, they all prepare a meal for me that I would want, and I get to eat first, things like that. Simple little things, but it would have to be um I really don't know. I'm sorry. You kind of put me
I
on the
know.
spot here. I don't really
Yeah, I
know
did.
what to think of for like that.
I sure did.
Would have been nice to know that I was going to have to do these kinds of things or like come
No,
up
no,
with
no,
this stuff.
no, no, no. It's just for fun. There's no wrong answers. Just come up with whatever you want.
Yeah, I really kind of drawn a blank here.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Okay. All right. Why don't you, because everyone's present, why don't you ask everyone if they have any news? And now it's everybody else's turn to improv. If you have any news pertaining uh, to the cult, maybe like some tabloid-like stuff you found or something, stuff you want to share with the group.
Yes. I walk to the center of the group, so all eyes are on me, and I have all the attention.
What character do you do that with?
With Cornelius Venture Moon, the well-dressed businessman. And I have news. Everyone, gather around. All eyes on me, please. And I start clapping till everybody looks at me, because I'm a little full of myself. All right, let's see. I had to write it down. I believe we have discovered something fantastical, something great, something that should change all of our lives. And cause I already messed it up. Sorry.
This thing seems fine to me.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while.
You
Mm-hmm. Now, living by the water god's teachings, I've always felt blessed. Never felt lost. Always finding the strength to move past any obstacle and conquer most any fear. The water gods float my spirit in their most caring and ever-loving current, and because of this, through years of dedication, reading any book I could find, staring at star charts days on end, and sharing research and collaborating with thousands across the galaxy, I believe we might be able to find evidence of our creators. There is a planet called Noyn, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in the sector of space. And with your help, I hope, no, I'm certain we will find something that will bring us closer to the truth. Now let us pray. And I begin a prayer. Father, please allow us to swim in the waters of your protection. Something, guide our ship to your ever-loving shores and allow us to come closer to becoming one with the ocean that is you. May the waters bless us all. And then I step back. And I look excited. And I look at everybody.
I am awestruck. All my teams are awestruck. We are excited to learn more about this planet.
Sure. Did I give anybody else info about the planet that you'd like to share, or do you need me to fill in?
Derek Waters is staring at Cornelius very intensely.
Or would anyone like to ask any questions or anything after that?
My dye specialist, Leilani, she comes first. She raises her hand, and she expresses her expertise in diving and all that she's come across during her expeditions, and just her leisure time, being one with the water. And she just asks, "How can this be any different from the world we live on now? Like, what could we expect to see over there?"
Well, we must investigate and find out. Like I said, this is the closest that anybody's ever come, I believe. And I vote that we leave immediately, says Cornelius with his chest puffed out and his fancy dreads. Well, clothes, not hair dreads.
Do you need me to fill in on? I might have not given you enough info on the Planet Noyn. Do you need me to fill in, or can you do it?
Fill in, please.
Okay. Noyn is a water world, 100% ocean, covered, teeming with life. And one of the artifacts in Noah's possession may or may not be coordinates, or may not have coordinates inscribed upon it, which may or may not line up with Planet Noyn, but it's a possibility. And you guys are in a water cult that believes. Helicopter, if you can take over.
Oh, yes. How could we not investigate such a find? So anything that'll bring us closer to the creators must be done post haste. Don't you agree? And I look at the group. Tim Johnson next to me doing this. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, do you guys prefer files on Discord or email?
Personally, for me, it's easier to see them in the general chat on Discord.
Put them on Discord already, but oh, you don't look at it yet. That's for later. I just realized I have to send you that. Any more thoughts on the thing?
From anybody?
My ex-soldier asked, "So how will we get there?"
Oh, don't worry about that. All is taken care of already. I already anticipated that all of you would say yes, and we're packed and ready to go. I've already filed the initial papers and booked the
Is-
passage, and yes,
Is that right?
sort of.
Okay.
Is it? Do I need
No.
a roll for it?
No. Nah, you forgot a part.
I probably did.
You might have to look it up in your backstory.
Hmm. Hmm.
There was a little thing that you had to do before you went.
I texted you.
Um,
I'm not sure how to do that.
Do what? What I sent you?
Yeah.
Well, convince everyone they have to do it first.
Hmm. I don't know how to do that either.
Die.
All right. Um. So the let me just NPC benefactor real quick, I guess.
All right.
How does benefactor talk? Is
A
it
little
kind of
uppity.
a little uppity?
Yeah.
So, guys, there's just a little thing we have to take care of. See, the only way to get onto Planet Noyn is to get hired by Sorcor. Sor has exclusive rights to Planet Noyn, and that means the only way we're getting on there is if we're employed. And normally getting 11 people plus a child add-on employed into the company might be difficult, but luckily I have some friends at Sorcor who are willing to help us, and all we have to do is maybe go while no one's there and fiddle around with the computer real quick.
Roll speech?
You tell me.
17.
What do you guys want to say to that? That's coming from Benefactor. From Yuli's character. Which one is it? Tim? No,
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
So Nathan, my jack of all trades, he kind of has a perplexed look and asks, "So you want us to go to their headquarters and kind of hack our names into the system to get off of the island?"
Well, I mean, when you say it like that. But I mean,
Listen,
we're not going to hurt anybody. We just need to fiddle faddle with some info and, yeah. Listen, guys, we need to get to that planet. It's very important for all of us.
we are going to reach Ascension, then you all know what you need to do. Otherwise, you can stay behind and perish with everyone else. Essentially, as your leader, I would say it's not a request. But you know what happens if you don't do it.
Cornelius smiles and nods at Noah.
I'm also
Tim
very
Johnson.
handsome, so why would you not listen to me?
You say that? That's what your character says?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, Schmolder.
Daddy, I want to go to the water planet. Why are we still here? Why is this guy not looking at me? And Bart's just kind of smacking Working Joe.
Leave that disgusting thing alone. Well, I for one don't want to waste any more time. And I know for a fact that Miss Wolf here is eager to get going, as well as Miss Brewer, who's ready to do some research on Planet Noyn. So those of you who are willing are ready to go. I think we need you know what we need to do. And if anyone has a plan on how to get that done, let's hear that.
And now we brainstorm.
Montage.
So
It's a montage.
you have maps. So
Okay.
Cornelius, it seems that Cornelius has been planning ahead, and he has a couple maps to share with you. I
Mhm.
posted them in Discord.
I see.
Do you want that in Discord, or do you want that in Gmail or something? Or
I think it's fine. Discord's fine.
Whose doggy is sad? All right. So this is the map of the building that we need to go and hack servers of, essentially.
mm-hmm.
And we're basically trying to put ourselves on some kind of manifest. Is that
Well,
right?
you just all you really need to do is move your name, is put in applications, and then move your names to the top of the list for hiring.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with a leg
Well,
up in business, right? Cornelius with a thumbs up.
you also have the following information, as well as the maps. Normal operating hours of SOAR Corporation are between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Normal operating hours of Blanton Building are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Access to the Blanton Building is unrestricted during normal operating hours. Building access is otherwise restricted to the main entrance facing the security desk, which is facing north on the map, but this should be. A single guard occupies the security desk on the first floor.
Kill him.
Building access is restricted to authorized personnel and incomers. Potential entrants must be pre-approved or must call in 1 hour in advance if they are on the call list. There is a lone security guard on the 44th floor and a small security surveillance room.
It's like a heist.
Nice.
Looking over character sheets.
Okay, well, everybody put on your ninja suits. Just kidding.
Well, not everybody. We have to come up with the team. You can't send a little child up.
I think that's the only person we need to send. Just send him up there with the pizza.
Also, Working Joe is programmed to work with computers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
If need be, you have access to Working Joe's core AI, so you can change it.
mhm.
Okay, my lead researcher Mal says, she thinks we should get Working Joe to first put us on that call list, or put someone on the call list,
Mhm.
so we can
Well.
schedule our appointment to get up to. First, we could access the building freely, and then
That's a really good idea. Why don't you give me a roll from Working Joe to see if you can do it?
Okay.
That's
Then
a
I roll a
very good idea.
d20.
D10. This is a D10 game.
D10. Try you to that a bit. I rolled an 8.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you have. I know you have a bonus, but we can assume that you change your skill to be whatever it is, like whatever skill you need it to be. And I think how many ranks do you get to put in it? 5 or 10?
It's the one where it says, I think it's 10 because it's the one that says any exchange, right? Job or make or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says rank. It says 10. And total bonus on. Right, that's what I'm looking at.
Yep. Okay,
so
so that's actually that's not an 8. That's going to be a 28.
Okay.
Right, which is a very very good roll. Yeah. I Working Joe has a fax machine voice, and he triggers some stuff over the telephone, and he puts as many of you on the call list as you would like.
Okay. Well, as cult leader, I would say that I do think that we should get a group of people together. I don't think we necessarily need everybody, so maybe we can start by seeing if anybody would like to volunteer to join to go. I personally, as the cult leader, plan to be there. So I'm definitely having Joe put Noah on the list. And Noah is looking for any other of our team members willing to join us.
Hmm.
My dive specialist Leilani, she comes forth and says she feels like the smaller the team, the better. Maybe just a couple bodies to accompany Working Joe with, so we could put our names on or I guess push our applications to the top.
Yeah, so personally, cult leader would like to at least have another member besides himself and Joe join, and does agree with Leilani that it should be a small group as to not draw suspicion or attention to ourselves. I think we need somebody. We need Joe to be able to do anything with computers, to do that quickly and swiftly and distracting. And maybe cult leader can be the person who gets us into any locked rooms or whatever, along with Joe, and maybe some muscle, ex-soldier, mercenary, maybe someone else who's persuasive, maybe a researcher or something.
Cornelius raises his hand. I'll go.
Okay.
Because anybody who maybe did this kind of stuff, what one of you has job lookout, so you kind of know what's up, how to be shifty, and one of you was maybe kind of like Black Ops kind of stuff, so you'd understand.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Like I have Noah. That's why I'm keeping Noah, the cult leader, as a member that's going to go on this mission because he does have lookout. I've got skills in negotiator and soldier when it comes to my mercenary. So the only thing I thought was if we got into anything crazy, then they'd be able to help us get out using violence. Harper seems useless, so I would say maybe ex-soldier or someone else, like you're saying. But as far as lookout, cult leader.
Okay, my ex-soldier he steps up. Pat says this should, this should just be an infiltration mission. The use of violence or any weapons doesn't seem very necessary unless we all want to get arrested.
Agreed.
Well, the thing is,
if it's also,
you guys, some of your characters at least would understand that if you do get caught, that would raise suspicion and ruin the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you can't. You could easily muscle your way in there. There's only 2 security guards you even need to bother with, but that would totally raise eyebrows, and it's like there would be an investigation. Stuff just wouldn't work out very well if you did that.
Right, that's why as Noah, I would say that I would like this to be discreet and draw as little attention as possible.
And Pat says, if it's muscle you may think you need, and just to set the mind of everyone's mind at ease, he'll volunteer to go. If Cornelius doesn't mind me taking the spot.
I mean, we could be 4. Doesn't need to necessarily be 3, but
okay.
I don't know what you guys think about taking Joe. You think that's suspicious? That weird? You think tech-wise is something we can handle on our own?
I think I think we might need him.
I think you must take Joe, says Tim.
All right, Tim, if that's all right with you, we will take Joe with us.
I'll do whatever I have to do to Joe to make sure that he listens to them.
As Joe, I say I am programmed to follow your commands, but I can also do whatever I want.
No, you can't, Joe. You're my slave. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't have to be your slave. All we have to do is reprogram me to be someone else's slave. So, not a big deal. Anyway, I'm going. I will hack the security systems and cameras so I can see them through my eyeballs. Just kidding.
Yeah, as far as being sneaky, I'm pretty much out.
All right,
so
there's your team.
Do you guys have a plan then?
I mean, I think, correct me if I'm wrong so far, but based on what we were doing as far as putting ourselves on the list, we were intending to go during regular business hours and just seem like a group of people going in for something. We're on the list. Mm-hmm. Joe put who? We put we've got Noah, Pat, and then of course we have Joe, and was that it? Or was there 4 of us?
Derek.
So it's Cornelia.
Derek steps out, like wherever the cult leader goes. If he needs my assistance, I will be there. And I look at Noah with like passion in my eyes.
So you'll notice
pat your head.
You'll notice on Blanton building first floor where the security guard is. You guys already have a plan to get past him, right? You're just gonna put your names on a list and presumably like upload pictures of your faces and stuff so that the guy can buzz you in, and that's it. Your guys are done there. There is another security guard, if you'll notice, in a little security office on the 44th floor. Most of it is blacked out because they're different businesses.
Ah,
Only the Blanton office of Sork Corporation is detailed. And as you can see, there are several workspaces there, computers, along with um, like some sort of boss's office near the north side, and a server room, I believe, on the east, no, west side. And um, but the security office is also detailed, and it is along the east wall, down towards the south,
So like the bottom right corner,
bottom left.
bottom left.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you guys probably need to come up with a way to neutralize that security guard without actually
Right,
doing
because
them any harm.
that particular place is the place that we, just because we're on that list again to the building doesn't mean that we're allowed to get in there, right?
Yeah.
That's how I understood your description. And there's no like that's I don't really know what to ask. I'm trying to think of how I would ask that.
so the security. So
Okay,
the
so
top of the layout's north and west, south, like that. That's
if you notice the center, the three center things,
uh-huh.
they're elevators.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And then on the outside of the elevators are different rooms that are probably like maintenance, storage, or whatever. And then the bathrooms are indicated along with the stairwell.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, right side.
Yeah. There's a bathroom both on the right and the left side.
And left side. Okay.
And there's stairs both on the left and the right side. Which you don't have to take 44 flights of stairs. And then on the top left is the SOAR Corporation office, along with a little box, which is a coffee machine. And around the corner, down to the bottom, is a small security office. And then across that, caddy corner across that is a maintenance room.
Okay. And that's where the server is, right? Or like what?
Okay, so the server, if you go to the right where the little box where the coffee machine is,
Uh-huh.
you right past that door, and then around the corner, that right there, right above the coffee machine, is the server room. Yeah, so it's a server room. It's a conference room. It's above that is conference room. Above that is a what do you call that place where employees go to hang out and eat stuff?
A break room?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be that top left corner?
Yeah, and then to the
Okay.
right of that is a secretary's office, and then to the right is the main office. In the center there are cubicles along with some copy machines, fax machines, water cooler, etc., stuff like that. That's the
And
whole office. That's
And okay.
Yeah, and the security office, like I said, above the bottom left corner that's blacked out. That's just scribbled out because that's another huge office that's not related. Right above that on the left is a small security area.
So
If that helps.
So if we go up the elevator, like there's potentially won't even see us.
Yeah, but there is surveillance equipment in his area.
Oh, okay.
Is there And is this like maybe something we can use Joe for to do some like
Yeah, what would Joe have to do
some
to?
movie thing? Maybe we can uh
Like loop
somehow
cameras or something?
loop the surveillance footage exactly. Do some heist movie crap. Like Joe needs to go in there and loop the
I mean,
surveillance.
it's yeah. I mean, he's already done his. He's already put you guys on the list, so you can reprogram him.
Okay.
But what would we need to do for him to be able to do that? Just
Oh, you
get
have
him
to do
close to
command.
like. Oh, like he can do it
Command
like
and control.
wirelessly, like.
He
You know, that would be-
literally has a little. Yeah, he literally has a little egg that he can go to and change his programming. And you guys are in possession of that. It's his core AI.
Yeah, so Tim's got a core AI and he can use that to change programming for
Mhm.
him. And I'd say we're not there yet, so we're coming up with our plan, right? So thinking about how we'd get up there, go past the security guy. Yeah, I think
well,
it would be good to change his job to something that would allow him to be able to hack into their security systems and all their video footage and find some way to loop the security camera so that we can bypass once we get off of the elevator at the 44th floor and make it in there. I mean, is there something that maybe one of our scientists can help us with that might help, like, not necessarily harm the security guy, but maybe
I think all we
we
have to do
can.
is just distract them, like maybe with conversation. Can Joe do those cameras from like the first floor, or do we have to be on the 44th floor?
Well, you probably have a closed circuit system because there's a security office on the 44th floor. So, seeing as it's not inside of one of the, it's not inside of Sorcore itself. Like they
Mhm.
probably share security, like somebody around either one of the offices, or everybody pays a little bit for the security guard here. Um, it's entirely possible that you could go to a floor without security, but this floor just happens to have it. So, get any more information on that? Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you could find pay stubs and stuff, and you'd be able to find that um, a private security firm is hired to work there. But
So what if we took an elevator up to the 43rd floor and had Joe hang out kind of at the staircase, right? Because there's a staircase between the security office and those bathrooms, right?
yes, but they are emergency stairs, and they will be locked
Okay.
from the
I
outside.
also think that we need him when we actually have to put ourselves in that list. So we'd have to take him with us
Plus,
to the server room.
plus Joe can only accept two programs at a time. So he's limited in what he can do. Like
Well, I mean, wouldn't like all of these like different hacking things kind of all fall into the same thing where it's just like different things he can do?
not if he has to, like pick a physical lock. It's gonna be something different. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like my question wasn't answered though, like, or like
Sorry.
Evans about the like what how would we be able to hack like a security feed? Like it's if it's closed circuit, you know, you have to be on that same level. Do you need to be close to it? Like what?
We just got to access the
yeah.
security terminal, right?
Yeah, so it'd be a closed circuit kind of thing, and
Right.
the fact that there's an office there with a surveillance means that it's probably limited specifically to that floor.
Okay.
So we would have to somehow access that office to loop the cameras. Yes.
I would think
Yeah.
so. That's what that
Yeah, definitely,
sounds like,
definitely.
Okay.
movie wise at least.
And going back to the two task thing, would like just putting us on the call list be that one task and it's one and done? So that wouldn't that
Mhm.
open up another 2 slots for us to?
Yeah, you could change it afterwards. Yeah,
How long does it take to change the programming? Is
10
it
minutes.
instant?
2
10
minutes.
minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
That's not bad.
So I feel like we could just hang out in the lobby while he transitions the programming to get into the cameras, and then when he's ready, that's when we would take the elevator up to the 44th floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then to distract the security guard.
I'll be honest with you, distraction sounds like a pretty good idea. You just have to come up with a specific one.
I feel like maybe Noah or we've got Pat, who was like, former military or whatever. Maybe he's in there, talking about, I'm here visiting whoever, whatever, and I used to do this, some kind of crazy military security force or whatever. Just interested in, like, how security guards a lot of times have that like super inflated like whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm also, a law enforcement myself, or I'm also have military training myself. Just get this guy to kind of shoot the shit with him and have him show him all his security stuff so that we can get close to the room.
Okay, I could definitely do that. I could definitely try my hand just at
I'd say Pat, you can go over there and just kind of shooting the
show
shit with him.
Show little cleavage, and
he can just pretend to be like Noah's security guard. We're here to talk about something or whatever, and just stepping over there and be like, oh well, my guy over there is working with whatever he's got to do. Show me what you're working over here. I used to do some special forces training, blah blah blah. What do you guys? I don't know shit about that. You know what I mean? But
I'd like to roll to seduce the security guard.
To seduce the security guard.
It's sounding real Bugs. It's sounding real Bugs Bunny in a dress right now. I gotta be honest.
I mean, how else do you distract the guy? You know what I mean? Do we cause like the only other option I think as a plan would be to cause some kind of disturbance of like maybe something that might seem like a security breach. Like, do the stairwell, like you said, they're like security doors, like safety doors. If you open them, does an alarm go off? We distract him out of the office that way. If you open the stairwells, the fire exits or whatever, does alarm go off on there? Should we have a distraction of someone trying to get in there that's not on the list downstairs that might draw extra attention to that security guard?
Or we could trip the other side staircases, their alarm, to kind of go in line when we go up the elevators, and then go in like that.
That sounds pretty legit to me.
So Evan's not gonna. Pat's not gonna try to make a baby with the security guard then.
Right. I'm just gonna. I'll come up on the 43rd floor and I'll walk up to the 44th floor, opening and closing the door and making the lights go beep boop beep boop.
So we did confirm there is some kind of alarm if those doors open.
Well, he said that their exit, fire exit.
Yeah, well, that's why I would assume. Yeah, I just didn't know if they actually had an alarm. Okay, so that sounds like a good distraction.
And then from there, the other two, whoever and Joe could go to the server room from there. And
yeah, I would say like maybe Noah is kind of a lookout, and Pat and Joe would go to the server room with whatever. Pat's distracting with the thing, right? Like the fire door. That's what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. Pat's.
So then
after that, yeah.
I would say as Noah, I would say Derek to take Joe to the server room if we successfully distract him to try to get us on the list, get our entire group on the list of the most, on the hiring list, while I keep an eye out for the return of the security guard. How do we communicate with each other?
Are we in the future?
What's the date?
Or are we just going,
You're in the past future.
The past future.
The past future.
So yesterday.
The future callers. We have to have the big old
predicted in
button
the 80s.
to talk to each other.
Yeah, you're in the future predicted in the 80s.
Oh, like
so even like stealth radios are still like this big.
Yeah, you have a
Right.
little TV, CRT. You have a CRT monitor that you call people on,
All right. Well,
This is my secret.
and
Pat
you have to use
Tillman
your
now
AOL hard
has
disk.
Pat Tillman now has 3 breasts.
Three has 3 breasts. Hmm.
I think the only point we need to communicate is after, you know, from the alarm going off from upstairs. Oh, but you're already in, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I
So you
think.
walk. Okay, so you're walking out.
Yeah, so I feel like it would be Pat getting off at a floor before to open the. This ever we would probably have to go to seemingly check in to meet somebody in this particular floor, and that's when the alarm would go off, and we'd see Derek and Joe to head towards the server room to quickly hack the servers while Noah keeps. Hey man, I'm sorry, I was just testing out the security here, blah blah blah. Derek and Joe are done. Where Noah is by the security guard's office to tell him, okay, we did it. Where we would go and find Pat and be like, there you are, some security guard, some security you are. There's alarms going off, and here I am trying to find a place for safety, and you are messing around with a staircase talking to some, flat guy with a flashlight or something, and then walk out.
I like
Nothing
it.
But we
never
loot the
happened.
security.
Absolutely, I believe. I feel like, going up to the elevator at that point, there's some
Well, I don't think we have to do that.
to be able to loop the security cameras. Technically, if we have, that's
If
what I was
there's
about to say.
No.
If we have a distraction and the
Then there's
security guard
only
out of the room, we don't
2
need to necessarily loop.
of them, right? One on the first floor, him away from the computer monitors, and he's not looking at the cameras.
Unless you mean Yuli, for if they're looking back at the security
Exactly.
cameras and seeing what happened. So then, I think at that point, it would be like the thing would be like to loop the server room.
But we need to get into that security
So-
office on the 44th floor to do that, right?
Right. So when the security guard runs out, the first thing that I guess Derek and Joe would do, or Joe would do, is go in, loop the security camera in the server room, and then him and Derek would go to the server room and do that thing while Noah stays by the security office, kind of keeping an eye, because from that office, like, you can kind of see, sort of in that area, kind of know what's going on, and towards the server room. Is that not right? Like, when I'm looking at the map, we have that kind of angle.
Well, I don't think we would have to.
Am I looking at that wrong?
Or like they.
So yeah, the elevators are in the middle. If you're talking about the 44th floor,
Mm-hmm.
there's basically there's 2 aisles of them, and then on the opposite side of the outside elevators are different rooms, like service rooms.
So like the bottom left corner of the room, that's the security office, right? And then the bottom right corner is the server room.
No. So all of Sorcore is inside of the top left area. Top left area is service space, a coffee machine, women's bathroom, and then come down the aisle with the service rooms on the back of the elevator is the fire stairs, and then the security room.
So we're
So I don't think we would have to do the cameras because they don't know what we're going in there for. They're not gonna. I mean, yeah, we might have messed with the servers, but they don't know what we're doing in the servers.
I kind of agree with.
Let's say there's a camera in the
Ruby.
server room. Anybody who's not an employee there is gonna, if they look back at the tapes, they're
Look,
gonna be like, "What's that guy doing?"
Yeah.
Cornelius and Tim, you guys have worked in offices before. You understand that, like, if nothing bad happens for a couple of days, then those that security footage gets reported over.
Okay. Oh,
right?
wait. Can we
Okay.
use Joe to put his ID number on the list for server maintenance?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
And if
Some
that
lead
works,
I
only
am.
Joe and like maybe one other person would have to go.
I would say Joe and Derek because we want Noah to make sure security guard doesn't come back and see like, what are you guys doing here or something.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you're,
mean,
you're
that's,
already in the office. I don't think. Oh wait.
I feel like it'd be suspicious to go into the
Right.
server otherwise, you know? So like if he's there for server maintenance and then it's just his, he could pose, Derek can pose as his handler. They don't know that Tim is who he's actually assigned to. So he could be like, oh, yep, this is my server. I'm here for server maintenance. This is my working Joe. He's here to maintain your server. You know, we're
That's-
here. So they'd be in there for server maintenance.
that's. I mean, go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, I like that plan too.
That's such a good plan that I kind of hate you all a little bit.
What's the role and for who?
This is the
Have you
point.
guys ever-
What's the role and for who? And can we synergize each other?
No. It's a mechanical task that only a machine would be able to perform. Basically, he's going to use like, what's like touch tone. Yeah, yeah, he can make touch tone sounds.
Beep, boop, boop, boop,
You can
boop,
make
beep.
touch tone sounds to bypass security and stuff. So Working Joe would have to do it all on his own. And his
Okay.
skill at that is a 20 though.
Yes. So I am rolling a D10 plus 20.
Yep.
Now to see if we succeed on adding Derek and Joe server maintenance. Oh shit! I dropped it. Hold up. I'm just gonna call what it landed on. What did it land on? Is that a 7? 7. 27.
All right. Well, Working Joe thinks it worked. The task is complete.
Yes.
So he put himself on the list to do server maintenance in that building.
I put Derek with his Working Joe server maintenance. So Derek would be entering the server room with Joe to make sure everything goes
Okay.
well.
Why Derek?
So because originally I just stick with the plan of originally when you guys were going to be the ones that go in because Noah's a lookout. So just in case anything goes wrong or anyone starts to question anything, Noah's keeping a lookout. And Derek was the one that came with us, and Pat's distracting the security guard.
I don't think I have to distract if you guys are on the list.
Oh. Okay, well then maybe
Yeah, I think
Overthinking
just
this.
taking those two people
Guys.
just during the whole operation and putting them on the list, both the list, to get in and to get into to be server maintenance people. So I mean that actually sounds.
wouldn't it be more fun if you try to
It
make
really
maybe
would be.
a
Like,
security
well,
It
guard?
would be more fun.
What if you just go anyway?
Okay. Yeah, what if you just come?
like,
This is Pat. He's just here to.
You heard there was something really
Be
sexy
Pat.
on the 44th floor and came to find out in person.
something sexy in uniform.
He heard the world's best security guard works here and wants to get some tips from him.
But I think those two
All right,
lists
so-
take out all the dirty work.
Okay, so we're in agreement that Joe and one person need to be on the list. I suppose as a leader, I could say Noah can go. I mean, does it matter? Does anybody else want to go? Setting Joe, so I'm already going.
So far it's Noah and Joe, Working Joe.
Yes, said I would if nobody else wanted to volunteer. As the leader, I would go, but that means I have to role play this whole
You're doing
part
a
by
great
myself.
Fantastic. Yeah.
You came up with the idea. This is how you shoot the moon.
All right. And Noah and Joe it is. Why can't you go with your real daddy? Why can't you go with Tim?
Do I have to? Tim says.
All right, so
So
all right,
okay,
so
so
No,
only
I'll
Noah
go.
and Joe's going.
So Noah and Joe have put themselves. Joe has put Noah and himself on a list to do server maintenance on the 44th floor. In order to put everybody's names on the list. The rest of the group believes that we don't need to distract the security guard in case anything goes wrong, and we don't need a lookout. So that is the
Damn, well,
plan.
that's a real simple plan. It's so simple that it would probably most definitely work. Okay. Well, guys, honestly, that's a much better plan than I thought you were going to come up with. So I'm just gonna
Just shoot 'em.
narrate from here on out.
Okay.
Noah and Working Joe walk up to the Blanton office. They look up at the camera at the first floor, wave, and the door opens up for them. The security guard barely pays you any attention as you make your way towards the elevators. The inner elevators only the inner elevators go up to the higher floors, so those are the ones you take. Making your way up to the 44th floor, you are undisturbed. A security guard turns his back to you to face you as he's getting some coffee, gets his cup, walks back to his security office, and pays you no mind. Inside of the Sword Court office, which you don't have the keys for, but nonetheless, since you guys planned to have this far, I imagine you planned such a minute detail. Actually, you could Working Joe can pretty much wrench the door open and then paste it back up on its way out.
Well, I mean, he put himself on the list for server maintenance, so if there was a locked door, the security guard would open it for him, right?
No, not
He's
the
scheduled to
Sword Court
go in
building.
there. Oh,
Not the
okay.
Sword Court building.
Okay.
But it's not a big deal. If the handle will just be a little loose from now on. The servers are never turned off because that's not what they do. You get access to the computer, which is simple enough, and Working Joe with mechanical precision goes ahead and puts you all on the SOAR Corporation list for hiring. And you've all got 5 gold stars now and are at the top of the list. In the following days, you all get calls for your interviews. And all you have to do is not mess up your interview.
Do
And it seems like most of you are going. It seems like all of you are going to Noyn.
I was about to say Tim and Cornelius would talk through it. The interview process.
Yeah, I was going to ask if anybody wanted to volunteer their interview. Volunteer to do their interview. You don't have to do it, but you can if you want to.
I would hold seminars just for us. Like, all right, getting hired for a job. Follow these steps.
So you prep everyone on their interviews.
Yep.
You prep everyone for their interviews.
Make sure to make
Well,
eye
then-
contact. No, not too loose on the handshake, but not too firm.
Well, seeing as you guys are like 5-star candidates, you're all overqualified. You all have some of your certifications are real. For example, dive specialist, certified in all sorts of underwater activity. Some of them not so real. But all of you are, according at least to the computer, extremely overqualified for the job, and Sorcor is happy to have you. And later on during the week, all you start getting your calls, and you guys are asked to report for briefings. You go through all the rigmarole, the paperwork, all the nonsense you have to do. Apparently, they have pretty good benefits for childcare.
Good.
Yeah, they have extra time off and so forth and so on.
Let's still be able to leave whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Whenever I need a break.
because we're in a transition, I'm going to take this time to do a small break. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to pimp my merch, guys. T-shirts available now. This is one of them. Ulicopter's got the Mighty
Buy
Ass shirt.
now.
Go
I don't have
down
one on.
in the description. Buy some merch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play you the commercial. I'll get some water, and when we come back, we'll continue on with the game.
Goodbye merch for.
Is everyone getting you down?
Ass.
People always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Parents always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Teachers say you got to do it their way.
Ass.
Cops trying to bust up your party.
Ass.
Uncle Sam trying to dig into your wallet.
Ass.
Preacher bringing God down on you.
Ass.
Everything is ass, and it's time to fight back. But Hector, how do I fight back against the ass?
Shut the hell up. You gotta turn that ass around. You're gonna use it for yourself. It's 3 simple steps. It's in the name, dummy. First, we got the A. That stands for awareness. That means pay attention. Don't be a zombie NPC. Somebody could be trying to pull a fast one on you and you're asleep at the wheel. Come on, get with it.
Now what?
It's the S, fool. I thought you were paying attention. The S stands for skepticism.
What's that?
I'm glad you asked. Because it means doubt. Question everything. Do you really think people don't have a reason to lie to you? You think the news is always right? That your friends are never selfish? That the cops know the laws perfectly? That the government didn't give a bunch of people syphilis?
Question everything.
Hector, what do I do now?
Now it's time to go for that final S and master that ass.
Scrutiny! Put that ass to the test. Look it up, do a little research, experiment. Check in on that ass to see if it's legit. Stop messing with ass that don't pass basic sniff test. But Hector, how do I remember all that? I made a shirt, so you don't have to. Go on, get down in the link right now and order yours. Stop being everybody's fool and master that ass. Get the shirt! Do it now! Go! Do it!
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed our commercial break. Oh no, what is this? It's like I somehow managed to lose Ale and oh, their screens are off. Guys, we're back. We'll give you a second. I was like, where'd your screens go? Okay. We'll just give Ale a second there. And all right, now we're back, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was I honestly did plan to make you guys go through more to put you through more to get onto Noyn, but you guys came up with a really good plan, and good planning deserves rewards. So here we go. Several weeks later, you are all awakened from deep sleep. The captain of the ship seems to have been awakened before you. He's here to greet you. Captain Huxley says, "Coffee's on. 40 minutes until we begin our descent. If you remember your briefings, you'll know to be in the passenger compartment and fully strapped in. Welcome to Noyn."
Shake the
The
captain.
ship Cool. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. I mean, I gave you a little space to do whatever, but did you guys want to say something?
My dive specialist throws up.
That's
Oh, I
a
guess I
good
throw up
sign.
too.
Everyone's.
Well, that was
throwing up.
gross. So now I want to throw up.
Look what you
Hot
did.
mess.
So,
Don't
so
gross.
nice to meet you, Captain. Thank you for having us on our. Excuse me one moment.
You made me laugh while I was drinking water.
My lead
Good.
researcher
Oh, my.
Mal has sea legs and collapses to the floor in the throw up.
All right. The ship arrives on the planet. The gravity on the ship is adequate, but far from perfect. So you got ahead of me here, but your guts always seem to be a split second behind you, like when you take a fast elevator. If you do have prone to sickness trait, you can roll composure, and your DS is 5.
All right. See what happens.
You also get a penalty to that, according to what level of the trait you have. So if you have motion sickness 1, it's -5. If you have motion sickness 2, it's -10, -15, 20, so on.
Okay, so Tim and Cornelius yak.
You can't make a 5?
Well, not out of -10.
You sure can't. Well, you're,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I can't even roll.
Like
for
I said,
it.
you got ahead of me. Good role playing, guys. Good. Um. Okay, the ship goes from. Wait. When you the after you're all strapped in, the ship begins its descent onto LV-331. The ship goes from good working elevator to elevator in free fall. The composure DS is now 8. You have been provided with sick bags. Until the ship finally splashes down, everyone can move from the passenger compartment to the deck at their leisure.
Cornelius and Tim finish vomiting. Derek looks surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah, you guys get a nice rough ride down, and the ship is capable of landing in water because the whole planet is water. So you imagine they'd have to have a ship like that.
Oh, and Bart would have been screaming the entire time. The whole descent. Ah! With his arms up. Ah! The whole ride.
Young Mr. Hyde.
Top of my lungs. I think I'm going to die screaming.
Do you guys just stay in the passenger compartment, or what do you do?
I right now as Lucia, mercenary person. I'm going to be the first one to get up, and I am going to offer to take offer my hand to. Oh my gosh, Evan, I forgot her name. Your lead researcher. Can't hear you. You're muted.
Mal.
Mal. Going to offer to help Mal out of her seat and have her join me in leaving the ship.
Derek will check on Noah.
Ah,
okay?
Noah is great. Noah is ready to go, waiting for you guys to regain your composure. Let's look like professionals here. We were 5-star rated hires. Can we please keep our food down?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Milani?
after what seemed like an eternity, a 3-minute descent, very rocky and a pretty rough splashdown. Yeah, you guys start to get your stuff back together, and those of you who want to can move from the passenger compartment to the deck at their leisure. The ship has a deck, and Huxley would.
Would there possibly be any things to do on the deck that might be relaxing or enjoyable? Might we be able to partake in some libations or some salsa dancing now?
Daddy,
Well, I'm
Daddy,
sure-
are we dead? Are we dead now, Daddy?
No.
Am I dead? Did we die? Where are we?
What is my kid's name again? I'm the worst dad ever. Bart, that's right.
Where are
Bart,
you, Daddy? I'm
Bart,
scared.
shut
Hold
up.
me, Daddy. I'm like, dude, this to you.
Alright, I pick up my giant 9-year-old. Aren't you 9 years old?
Yes,
pick
I
up-
am.
You know what? It's okay because in case I actually didn't mention that that Noah is 6'3", so although Bart is 9 years old, he scoops Bart in his arms and resists the urge to strangle him. Just kidding. Sorry, your name is Bart. I had to. Don't. All right. Anyway, so picks up Bart in his arms and holds him like a little boy.
I'm more important than everybody.
Yeah,
hanging out to
absolutely,
you.
Bart. Listen, Bart. We've got some really
I'm
important
special.
business
You guys
to
aren't
do.
special. I'm special.
We've got some really important business to do. I really need you to take it easy, Bart. Look, I really wish that you could be in Barbados with your mom, but she's dead. So,
I start to cry.
Okay.
good. Now, can you please go sit down and cry over there?
Baby!
What have we said about crying? You want to cry? You
Oh.
cry over there in the corner where no one
Yes.
can see you.
Only the
Go
weak
cry over there.
Daddy.
Go
Only
cry
the
over
weak.
there. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bart. All right.
All right. Well, I'm sure no one will stop you from salsa dancing on the ship, but it's actually very utilitarian. There's no safety rail, only some paint that says "Do not pass this area." From the deck of the massive ship, some 60,000 tons of displacement, you can see an ocean that expands to every horizon, a horizon which seems unusually distant. Hours and hours later, the Nereus arrives.
Derek will look over at Noah and be like, "Can you feel it? Can you feel them? I feel them here with us." And he's like uber serious when he says it. Like
You
he's
said
saying
the
it with
what?
his soul.
You
Can
said
you
the what
feel
arrived?
them? Can you feel them among us here in this place?
That
He's
was
trying to
like,
do
yeah,
this to the water.
did they mess up my hair? So? Just kidding. Okay.
I fix your hair.
No. I was like, wait, well, did they mess up my hair though? Because
Cornelius, what a grand adventure this will be.
Lucia, why are you so quiet over there, Mal?
She responds that she's just awestruck in this. That they're finally here and can't wait for all the discoveries and just to be
Yes.
closer to the.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Some would say romantic.
Derek has a tear in his eye.
Fuck out of here,
The
Derek.
leader spoke such pure words.
Sorry.
Let's get exploring.
All right. I said the Nereus arrives, and it takes you. It sets out for Kitezh Station, which you know is the fish processing plant. Let's see. There on the Nereus, you meet Captain Luckner. Welcome aboard. I'm Captain Luckner. It's great to see bright new faces. The captain extends his hand to each of you and greets you with a smile that seems very sincere. A random sailor passes by. Hey, it's the new guys! You guys like fish? You better get used to it.
Daddy, I don't want to eat fish. Says Bart. I want gummy bears.
You guys can roll. Those of you who have motion sickness can roll composure again with the SS6.
But these fish are made of gummy bears.
Unless you auto fail.
So
I have a 0 and a -1.
Oh, you can make it on 0. You just need to roll a 7.
No, I rolled a 0, Hector.
Oh, you rolled a 0.
Total 0 total.
Yeah, you guys don't like boats. Apparently, turns out.
That's all right.
So
I
you
have
spend
just,
you spend most of the time throwing up.
throwing up in my Gucci.
No, you
Vomit
can just
bag?
throw up over the. You just throw up over the side of the ship. Let's see. It says all you do is take penalties to social skills. Oh wait, it looks like if you hard fail, then you're dizzy, and that's all skills. Or if you're vomiting, if you failed by 10, then you're stunned every D3 rounds out of every 10 seconds.
So Cornelius and Tim don't do a lot of talking on a boat trip.
No,
We're
you're
just
just
grinning
there.
in the face the whole time.
Yeah, you're just looking over the side of the boat.
What a beautiful landscape, huh?
There's no land.
Well, you know what I mean. The
fishing facility.
the scenery. What beautiful scenery.
Lucia's gonna try to help him not focus so much on being sick. Maybe talk about things, personal stuff, you know. You got a family back home? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a
Pardon?
wife or a husband?
No. Single. My business is my mate.
Yes. Well, just think about, you know, that, how great that is, you know.
Tim, read me the reports from last month. Tim will start like rattling off numbers like this department did this, that department, and then this other department did. So Tim joins in the effort by giving him stats, take his mind off of things in between throwing up himself.
All right. Well, an hour or so later, you guys arrive at Kitezh Station, and I didn't prep this. I should have prepped this, but here, let's see if I can get it like to be. There you go.
Yes.
More or less the size of the screen.
Very nice.
All right, that's where you go. That's your scene, guys. There you go.
Wow.
I should have made a thing where you guys can see it better. I'll post it up on I'll post the art that I made up on Instagram later. All right, as the ship docks. I'm sorry, were you gonna do something?
No. Go ahead.
I'm in charge on the ship, and Delta is in charge of the crew on the plant. They'll take good care of you. As the Nereus begins docking, dozens of workers are moving containers on and off the ship before any of you can even get a foot off the boat. As the sailors complete the mooring of the Nereus, you are greeted on the plant by a very impressive, a black man of very impressive stature. Presumably Delta. Until you've had orientation, you are to stay a minimum of 20 feet from any workstation. Other than that, feel free to get acquainted with the place. Ask Claudia if you need to get to your quarters. I understand you all got approved for a trip on the Laguna. Don't know how you managed that, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk about it. Anyway, that's in 6 hours. So do whatever you got to do, and welcome to Kitezh.
Daddy, I don't like being on boats. Daddy, I
well,
want candy.
oh, well, that's good. Right now, when we have dinner, like you said, we're going to have fish. Guess what kind of fish we're going to eat? Swedish
Eat
fish.
fish? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you just stay there and be real quiet, maybe I'll see if they can give you seconds. Right?
Oh.
Okay. All right. Cool. Buddy.
Cornelius, I guess I'll just kind of walk around and what's the word? I already forgot. When you're getting used to a place.
Acclimate.
Get
Yes.
acquainted.
That's a good word.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's take a tour of the station.
Yes, let's.
All right. You land on level 1. As you approach, you could see that there was probably a level below you and also a couple levels above you.
Just gonna kind of wander.
Sure. On level 1, where you are docked, in front of you is a pathway, maybe, I don't know, a couple dozen feet, and a giant structure from which a power loader, no, I can't remember words. Power loader is coming in and out of this giant building. To your left, as you unload, an incredible array of sea life, some of the likes of which you've never imagined, is being offloaded into a fenced-off area, and men with shovels and pitchforks and such are sweeping up the fish, or whatever these aqua life things are. To the right doesn't look that friendly. Plus, there's constant loading and unloading that way. So you kind of make your way in between the fish unloading area and the crate loading area. As everybody, it seems like at least 2 dozen, maybe 4 dozen people are hurriedly working to move things on and off the ship. So as you make your way a little bit to the left, past some stairs, you see that there is a cage, a chain link fence cage, and inside of it are a bunch of hand trucks and carts, and they are being used to load and unload the fresh fish that has just arrived. Some of them are like really big bins. They seem to be gravity defying, or maybe they're magnetic, but they hover above the ground and they're used to carry things from station to station. There is a zwat sound every periodically, and if you guys give me are interested, or look roll or something, and then I'll tell you what that is.
All right. We're rolling for everybody, right? So separately. So let's see. I assigned different D10s to each one, so. Harper, green.
So you can roll them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Harper, I rolled a 2, and what do I add to it if I add anything?
Your total look. Your total look skill.
Right, but it's the total bonus part, or
Yes.
right? Okay. So 9. So I rolled an 11. For Noah, rolled a 10 plus 13. I rolled 13. And for Lucia, I rolled 17.
Cornelius rolled an 8. Tim rolled a 12. Derek rolled a 13, and Bart rolled a 4.
Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to, Evan.
Okay. Where's my name? Mal. 9. Pat 1. Leilani 5, and Nathan 6.
Okay, we had a 17, and that's the only one who actually sees it. And there's too much hustle and bustle, and the rest of you are distracted. On a giant cherry picker, on near the east side of this level, a very, very long cherry picker, something like a fireman might use, like the extending ladder, but it seems more articulated than that. There's a guy riding that cherry picker, and he's shooting some of the more rowdy fish with it. And you notice that his sci-fi gun, he's controlling the cherry picker and the gun at the same time, and picking off some of the more dangerous looking stuff that they picked up.
Okay. So I do notice this. That would be Lucia who saw that. That's the mercenary. Lucia notices it. I would feel like I want to point it out to the group, but especially to Harper, considering she is the totally real type of scientist called xenomarine biologist. Like, hey, look at all those crazy things over there. So I'll point that out to her, but I would like to draw attention to everyone so they see that, because I'm the only one who notices it at the time. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Sounds good. So as you guys continue forward, there is a very big staircase with a platform around it, an observation platform. Also almost directly in front of you, slightly to the right, there is I'll give you the maps later, but you guys have to explore it first to get the maps. So, there is an elevator that seems to go only down from here, a very big lift. You guys can go left either to what seems to be fish processing, or to the right, which you're not sure what's going on, or farther up ahead.
Cornelius and Tim, take Mystery Alley.
You're going to go to the right?
Yeah. What's over here?
Sure.
Just walk over there.
Sure, you make your way to the right past the lift towards the support structure. Off to your left, you can see something weird going on. You're not really sure what they're doing over there, but it seems to be part of the processing thing. And far ahead to your right is a couple of guys, and they're welding steel panels together. It looks like they're making boxes.
So, I'll walk up to him for the hell of it. So, gentlemen, what do you put in those boxes, if I might ask? Cornelius asks.
Mostly iridium.
Oh, what's that?
It's the whole reason we're on this planet.
Okay. Carry on, gentlemen.
Sure, you guys. Where do you guys want to?
My researcher and the dive specialists go towards the fish area.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bit intrigued with the wildlife on there. Or
Well, you see,
that
you
they
see
picked
that
up.
they're, yeah, you see that they're crudely sorting the marine life mostly by size. All the really big stuff goes to the nearest platform, where a couple of guys with huge knives, some of them look like giant katanas. They're using it to hack open these pseudo fish, these almost fished. And on the smaller places, they're like lopping off heads. There's 4 different rows besides the first large one, where it seems like some people are doing fillets, some people are getting bones,
Mhm.
some people are they've got 4 pretty long conveyor belts full of people, and they're just chopping away, processing these fish in all sorts of way. And behind them is a couple of guys waiting with hand carts.
And can we tell like if they're like doing this for like scientific purposes or this for like for consumption?
You're not sure. Like the fillet definitely looks like it's for consumption. Some of the other processes they're doing, you're not sure why they're picking out those parts.
All right, well, I'll leave those two just oogling and oohing and eyeing, and my jack of all trades guy, my ex-soldier, will just keep on straight on that pathway.
Sure. You're keeping around. Try not to get too close to everybody. If you care, if you want to get close, I don't care. But you were told not to. But you tell me what you do. As you work your way around, eyeing everything that the processes are doing. One of the guys with the hand truck walks over and stops. He's like, "Hey!" And he points over at the floor in that direction. He goes, "I wouldn't step on that if I were you."
And what is it? What is it?
Oh, do you ask me or him?
Well, I'm just. Well, he's pointing to something, and what's he pointing to? What's on the floor?
It looks to be some sort of hatch.
Okay, so thanks for looking out, and we avoid that hatch. Does that prevent us from walking forward even more, or?
No, you just have to skirt around it.
Okay, we'll be careful and let everyone else who happens to be following us in that same direction just know to avoid stepping on that.
Yeah, you
door
continue.
there.
You continue to make your way around the station until you see that the next station seems to be people cleaning. They're just using water jets. Sometimes they have brushes or pick out parts and throw them into a bin next to them. But for the most part, they seem to be cleaning stuff. And as you continue around, you see people next to these giant. You see people next to these giant tanks, obviously, where they have like compressed guns and they're shooting some sort of some sort of light colored spray. And everybody here is also wearing like big rubber gloves and a giant mask. They seem to have everybody here has different PPE on, but these guys seem to have a very specific type of PPE. And you're not quite sure what they're doing, but they're just spraying everything down. Anyone else?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I was writing down while everybody was doing their stuff. So, you mentioned that, sorry, Yuli, you said that it was Tim and who went to the right?
Cornelius,
Tim and Cornelius.
meaning that Joe is with us too, because
Right,
Joe,
exactly. That's what I was saying. Joe is with you guys.
Mhm.
As far as like going down the taped off area straight where Evan went with what's your character's name?
It was it's Nathan and Pat. Pat?
Nathan and Pat are the ones that went that way. Okay, so when you guys were going that way, Lucia was kind of following you guys. I feel like they all kind of related to each other. So was like, yeah, I don't think we should go down there, but stuck with you guys. And so now Lucia would be with them going down to the taped off area. But I did put down that where is it? Noah and Harper are contemplating at this point. I don't really know if I should or not. Trying to go down the elevator. So I've got Noah and Harper grouped up by the elevator.
Okay. So that elevator
Next
does go
question.
down, but it
Mhm.
doesn't seem to be very people friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look down, you can see that there's a big crane below it, like
Okay.
directly in the path of the elevator. So you don't necessarily think that elevator is for use
So you think
of
it's like out of commission?
people. Um, no, but somebody might get mad if you try to operate it
Okay.
because it looks like you could fit a truck on here. It's that kind of
Okay.
elevator. Yeah.
All right. Well, then for now, just kind of make a note of it, and I'm kind of like, as Harper sticking by me, kind of like we're just wondering where everybody's going.
All right.
I did. Go ahead.
Now that you guys have explored, I sent you map 1
Okay.
in Discord of the floor that you explored. And if you have any questions about it, you can ask.
and Derek would be wherever Noah went.
Oh, so Derek is with. Derek would be. I'm sorry, I'm writing it all down so we can keep track of it. Derek went with
He's very devout.
Noah and Harper. Noah and Harper by the elevator, but not down it. Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure I keep track of where everybody went. So now, saying that, can you kind of, you mentioned everything. Now let's look at the drawing. The bottom part, bottom left. What is this area
Mhm.
here?
The bottom left is the receiving area.
Okay.
A, a
Is
stripe
that where the
of the
giant church?
platform.
Sorry, go ahead.
A stripe of the platform is painted black and yellow to denote the danger.
Okay.
Fences cordon off the area to keep some of the more rambunctious marine life from wandering off too far. A bin of tools is laid nearby in front of the caged area for the workers to shovel and pitchfork the different life above it. The cherry picker looms above it.
All right, that's that big
So,
long thing in the diagonally across that area, right?
uh-huh.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Which means that the staircase would be that area that's on where there's like two walls in the center, kind of like right above that receiving area.
Okay, sorry, 1 second.
I don't know how to show you what I'm talking about.
Okay, describe it again. Sorry.
I'm just trying to see what everything on the map is. I don't know if anybody else had questions. So I was just asking to kind of give us an idea. From that area, kind of above the crane, there's like what looks like it's a wall or a fence. Is that the large staircase? That square around it? Like if you go up from the receiving area.
There's a staircase that goes up, located nearly centrally on the map, next
Right.
to the lift.
It looks like 2 squares on 2 separate sides of a wall, and that lift is that big thing with the crosshatches. It looks like it has like a car or something on it.
Yeah, there's
That would
actually a
be the
crane
elevator?
below it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the crane below it. Okay, so that's the elevator that looks like a big lift, which means that's the
Mhm.
stairs to the left of it. And then
Yeah,
the
stairs
fish
down are actually
processing.
located centrally at the bottom of the map.
Okay, so then that bottom right corner, that would be
The bottom right corner,
yeah.
I believe
Is
that's
that
just
the
the
fish
strut.
processing area? No, like
Okay, so no, that the big building thing.
Hmm?
Okay, that's a giant freezer.
That's a freezer? Okay, yeah. I don't know how I would know that.
Yeah, that's a giant freezer. Oh, did we lose Evan?
No, I'm here. I'm just turning on my
Yeah.
fan and shaking my
Okay.
legs out.
Yeah. Okay, well, I kind of get the map, I guess, but
Yeah, I get it for the most part. The conveyor belts with the fishies.
Mhm.
They're spraying the compressed spray at the kind of top middle.
Yes, that's correct.
I don't see.
And so you're saying the staircase is pretty much dead center.
So the staircase is near the center. It's just the big block. The big block is a platform around the staircase. Above that is a big pipe, which are probably the pipe there is just providing water to the receiving area, where presumably they use it to clean off some of the gunk that gets left behind there. Let's see, are those stairs? Also, okay, yeah. So the at the very bottom middle, there's a little square, and that's stairs down. And near the top right, there's stairs up and stairs down. The stairs in the middle only go up. Stairs in the middle with the platform around it.
And then you said that there's something that used to be like a bottom floor, or
There's a floor beneath you.
and a floor above us as well.
Yeah. At least 2 floors above you.
Let's head. Should we kind of collectively gather up so we don't?
Yeah, I was thinking that everybody should kind of get to. I mean, what is our plan? What are we looking around for? Like, what are we doing right now?
I can the captain said we could like just have free reign until a certain time period, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I say we make our way up or down, or decide as a team collectively, just so none of us gets lost and maybe we're part of a cult, we're kind of a family.
I know I won't lose Derek. He's a good boy.
And maybe like take key points of what might help
Oh, yeah.
us. What might help us on our mission.
I guess Noah definitely didn't forget to bring Bart with him to the elevator, right?
What do you mean? I'm in your arms.
I'm still holding you? Oh my god!
Every time you try to put me down, I scream.
Is there a daycare on this facility?
Yeah, that's right. They did say there was childcare. Hey, Bart, you want to make some friends, buddy?
No, I don't know anybody here. All my friends are back home.
Well, don't you want to get to know some
friends
kids?
I want gummy bears. Where are the gummy bears, Daddy?
Where all the other kids are.
Where are they? I started yelling it out.
Okay, all right. Screaming, here, no.
Sorry, Dad.
So you guys want to go upstairs or downstairs?
I would like to go up.
Okay, that's fine. I agree. I agree with. Or we could ask the cult leader.
All right.
So does that mean everybody all went back and got met back up at the?
We can just say you guys get together and
Yeah, it's fine. Eventually mingle into one area.
Get
Sure.
together. We tell each other about all the stuff we saw around that floor, and now decide to go explore the next floor. All right, cool deal.
okay. So above you, the stairs denote that this is level 2. Which stairs did you guys take though?
The ones that went up, right?
Yeah, the ones in the middle, the bottom, or the top.
The middle ones. I would make. It would
All right.
make sense because we were all by the elevator. That's where Noah was, at least.
Okay, somebody stops you and says, "You guys aren't prepped for decel."
For what now?
Yeah, for what?
Decel.
What does that mean?
You're not wearing work clothes. You're gonna get your skin scraped right off.
Oh,
Hmm.
we should probably use another stairway. I say to the group.
Use the north stairs or the south stairs from where you came from.
Okay.
There's
So-
the decel unit in the north can be bypassed. The one in the bottom doesn't have one.
All right.
Everywhere.
All right, guys. Let's go
Sounds
back.
like an error on their part. We'll circumvent the desal area, and we'll go to the northwest one. He said.
Is that where we want to go? Okay. North staircase, then.
Yeah, as you make your way there, you guys do find yourself in a cramped little chamber where it looks like things are ready to spray you down. But this one has an activate button or an open door button. You can avoid decel here.
Cornelius.
And you find yourself in a big old hallway with nothing much but these stairs, another. You see rows of doors leading down one of the ways and a corner the other way.
What are behind these said doors? Do they have little windows so we can see what's in the room before we open the door?
No,
Also
you go and investigate
labels.
the little doors, and your character's not dumb, so you realize that by the numbers on the doors, that these are probably quarters.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not that big of a mystery. They all look the same from here, but yeah, they're just numbered numerically in a row, and you know that these people live somewhere. So this is probably it.
So it's safe to say that the second level entirely is living quarters.
You're not sure. This place is, even the hallway is climate controlled. So you're not sure if that means that there's more to do here, but you've only got another couple levels above you, and you're probably not living quarters there. So yeah, I don't know if it's safe to say the whole thing's living quarters.
I mean, I would like to explore more of it. Just see. So, what is our like? We just came up these stairs.
All right. Obvious exits are west, south, and east. Let's put it old school.
The place we haven't gone to yet.
All right. You know what? As Noah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that some of the group can take the south exit to see what's in the rest of that side of the building.
Sure. You want to split them up?
Yeah. I mean, there's 12 of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't each of a couple of us go each direction?
Is there maybe like a control panel anywhere near us?
or a map?
Mm, looking down the far hall to west, you see something that's at least different from the quarter room. So maybe that has something to do with it.
I think we should send Computer Joe that way. I feel like we should just abuse Computer Joe. Just to see, we could see like if there's any locked doors or something that, just so we're not kind of exploring needlessly, I guess. That makes sense.
That's why I figured splitting up a little bit would be cool, and then just coming back here and trying another 4 after
Sure,
this.
you want to split up and go random styles?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna.
I mean, we only have a couple hours left of till 6, so we got to head to the.
That's why I figured splitting it up.
Okay. You guys split up. Let's see. We'll just start with some. We'll pick someone at random here.
I kind of wrote some down already. If you want me to just do that way, it save time.
Do you?
Yeah, I was almost done.
Okay.
I mean,
Let me
like
have it.
just to go west, I put Joe and Tim since they're already together, and Bart and Noah, and then I
Cool.
figured.
So you guys go. Let's see that you go west. You make your way down. You make your way past some stairs that lead up to the next floor, and you pass by nearly identical looking doors with little hallways in between them that lead down towards the south. And you make your way all the way to the end and find a bunch of little doors that look like basically like closet doors all next to each other in a row. And they look like pretty sturdy doors, but they just have simple handles and they don't look locked and they're not numbered.
Okay, I mean, I'd like to investigate it. I would assume that they're probably like storage or something.
Sure. Yeah, you
That's
open one
Noah.
up. You open one up and you see something really strange, and it takes you a minute to decide what it is, but it's just a toilet. But it's a funny toilet because it's designed, it looks like it's designed to move, like keep you floating, like kind of like the toilet you put on the back of a truck, the toilet seat. And there's a shower head that looks like it's modular as well. And yeah, you found restroom / toilets.
Okay. Are they co-ed?
Not,
Not that it
I guess
matters.
it could be. I guess they could be, but they're single units.
Okay.
So I guess technically no, because they're supposed to be in there by
So
themselves. But
to the southish from there, we found, or west.
two people in there would be really hard to
Oh, yeah.
find. Anyone else volunteer?
Wait, you said you had names down, Ali?
I just put that Joe, Tim, Bart, and Noah went west, and then I was writing just 'cause I was gonna do that since I was a co-leader to make it easier to decide, but I didn't finish them. We still have to. There's south and an east exit that we have 8 people that could go that way.
So just split them down the middle. Cornelius,
Yeah,
Derek, and 2 other people will go north.
yeah. So
North is not an option.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
can
east.
do
Sorry.
east. Okay.
Yes.
Cornelius,
So you want to
Derek. I put Mal, Leilani, and Lucia going south, so there's 1 person there and 2 people going east that haven't gone. This doesn't matter.
Okay, east, you quickly run out of hallway. You're forced to go down south. There's pretty much nothing in this hallway. It continues on for a little bit. There is an option to turn right, but the end of the hallway isn't far, so you continue on in that direction. Going on, you're forced to take a right because the hallway ends here, and you see a door that is marked HQ.
Ooh.
Is it locked?
You can try it.
I do.
You try the door, you open it up, and you see somebody inside of there.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Who? Oh, you must be the new hires.
Mm-hmm. This is Cornelius talking.
You
We're just
finding your
kind
way
of
around?
wandering around. Yeah, trying to familiarize ourselves with the facility to make our work more efficient and whatnot.
All right. Well, she storms towards you with her hand out. And goes, "I'm Claudia. I'm head of HR. If you need anything, let me know. I think I have your quarters assigned,
Oh,
and they should be somewhere around here."
Okay. Well, will we be shown there? Well, we'll be shown there
Yeah,
eventually, right?
Yeah, of course. You don't have to do it right now. One of you has a child, and you're being assigned special quarters. So we'll make sure that your needs are accommodated there. Also, if you're not having too much problems, let's see, where is it? Okay, if you head out this door, turn right, go to the second hallway, turn right again, and then turn right again. There's a playground there.
Do you happen to have a map of the facility so we don't get lost?
I haven't decided if there's a map.
GM Hector is saying this.
Because, I don't know where that map would be, but you guys do have plenty of time to walk around and get acquainted. Also, if you're feeling hungry, straight out of this door, that wall in front of us, any of the doors to the right and around it, will lead you into the mess hall, and you might be able to get a snack there if the cook is in.
Okay. Sounds good. And, how may I contact you later?
Jim's right next to us. Oh, I'll be around. I'm usually here doing some work.
You guys don't have some sort of intercom system or personal communicators? Start looking around the room.
Well, there's no need for it. Everybody just does what they do.
But what if you need to talk to someone on the other side of the facility?
Well, there's intercoms.
Yeah. Where are those?
He asked that.
Yeah.
In here, and some on the observation platforms on the decks below.
Oh, okay. I just assumed they'd be everywhere, so everybody can talk to everybody if need be.
No.
Okay.
And then I guess whichever person I have in that group, I ask if there's any place that is restricted to us that we're not allowed to access, or anything we should look out for that we're not supposed to do.
This office, normally, you need permission to be in here. And the rooms above you and the floors above you, you should definitely stay out of the power station unless you're qualified to work in there, and you probably don't need access to comms and radar unless some of you are radar officers, which I don't believe I saw on your portfolios. And don't climb the tower.
Why would
the
anybody
power-
want to climb the tower?
It gets kind of lonely out here.
I understand.
All right,
People
if
get
you-
bored
if
and need
you have-
entertainment.
Yeah, if you have any mental health issues or anything you need to do, please come talk to somebody. Don't go doing. You need a special permit to operate the power loader on the top floor. It climbs. You don't need to operate it. Don't operate it. I think some of you are qualified for power loaders, but that's only for the power loaders on level 0 and 1, not the one upstairs.
Okay. So don't go to the higher floors. Unless
I
we're
mean,
assigned there.
there's an
We need
observation
equipment.
deck up there if you want to just go and hang out. But like I said, don't climb the tower.
Do you hear that, everyone? Don't climb the tower, no matter how bored we get.
Or alone we get.
Or lonely we get. Yes.
If you
And
feel
then
lonely, Mal, just let me know. Don't worry. I'm
this
around.
is a different group. And then I ask what the Wi-Fi password is.
Why what?
Yes. Are there any terminals we can access? Let's say if I need to speak to an associate back home.
Oh, we can send a wire periodically. Yeah, sure.
Can we send the wire, or do we have to have somebody do it for us?
No, you can do it.
And are those stations just throughout the area, or?
There's a couple in the mess hall, and some of the people have them in their rooms.
But not every room has it.
No, some people don't opt to have it, and was part of your package. It costs a bit. We can have it installed retroactively if you want, but it may take a while to get that unit built. Computer processing, it takes a while to make any specialty devices, so you'll have to put in a request with them.
Okay. So you said the mess hall, and where else?
Like I said, some of the other crewmates might just let you use theirs. So
Okay. Very good. Good to know.
but if you're worried about entertainment, okay, remember that building right in front of us out the door, that's the mess hall. To the right of it is the gym. Above that is the playground. Behind this building is the theater. If you're that kind of person, you can go straight down this hall with this outside of the door, and that will lead you to research. R&D is there, and to the right of that is hydroponics. If you care to do some gardening. Other than that, stay out of the AC unit, because the head engineer will get mad at you if you go around poking in there.
Okay.
And that's located right next to desal on this floor, main desal in the center of the floor.
Okay, the one where you need the special suits to get in that place?
Well, your work clothes. You take salt off your work clothes, and it's kind of abrasive, so you don't want to get sprayed with it right in the face with that.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for the lovely young lady?
The life insurance policy. What does that look like?
If you need to go over it, we can. Can I set an appointment for you though, because I have a lot of work to do?
Yeah, definitely.
And because you found Claudia, if you look at your Discord, you have a map of level 2 now.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a big station.
Look to the group that I'm with. Well, research and development seems interesting, yes?
Yes, gander at that.
Yeah, why not? Well, we have the free time.
Sure.
Or should we meet up with the other group first, or head on road?
We could wait for the others. It's no big deal. Or we could go now, you know? Be the first ones through the door, look at all the good stuff. Maybe they'll show us more if we're a smaller group.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Maybe a private VIP tour. Look over at Claudia.
All right, so you make your way to the R&D and the hydroponics area.
Cool. You head there, and when you get to the end of the hall, you see there are two doors. Claudia did say you pass by a strut, a structural strut, and you guys have to go in one at a time in this hallway. But as you exit that hallway, you can see that on either side of you, the left and the right, are both doors. She did say it was straight ahead. One of these doors must lead to it. Unless she was lying. So you guys go in.
We adventure.
Sure, left or right. No, it doesn't really matter, but left or right.
Left?
You enter left, and the door opens out. You walk inside, and you're not too surprised by what you see at first, but you're kind of confused because to your left, the wall is clearly marked airlock.
Huh. For a submarine.
And then you read more signs, and it says danger, pressure, hazard, this and that. And it has some buttons, and for some reason, there's an airlock here. And as you look to your right, you think, I don't know, imagination might be going wild, but there's a couple of tanks, and it has some of the more, a couple of specimens of the two of the more exotic creatures from this planet, and they looked like they're being preserved in a couple of tanks near the back of the room. In the center, in the table, is what is that? It's nothing. It's a work table. There's a giant work table mostly in the center of the room. Also in this room is a work cart with different tools on it. Next to near the giant table, a couple of computers and desk, and what seems to be a research area where all sorts of different little things are, papers with notes, hard disk, different machines that you're not sure what they do, some sort of analyzers or something. Interestingly, in the room, there are two deep sleep units at the end of the room, and one of them is filled. It looks like there's been modifications done to it, and it is filled with one of the with a different specimen of marine life from this planet. And it looks like they're doing some deep sleep research on the marine life on this planet. Now, that could mean that maybe they're trying to see if they can survive on its way back, because from what you know, they can't just, especially customs won't just allow alien organisms to arrive on Earth, but also like maybe these creatures can't survive deep sleep, or you know what I mean? Like, who knows what they're doing here? So they're doing some interesting stuff.
Are there like scientists in the room, or are we just in this room by ourselves, or?
No, you're in the room by yourselves.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm curious. I start reading papers. Because why not?
And sure, a lot of it is just medical notations, research style notations, dates, times with behaviors, the cataloging, categorizations of different organs and their functions, their hypothesized functions, how it relates to amridium, the amridium found in the bodies of the native creatures. um, hypotheses on how it could work and chemical formulas denoting how it might work. Just a bunch of random stuff.
All right. I'm gonna help myself to a computer.
Sure.
La, 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 click, 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 click. And just read up on what they're doing here, because I'm curious.
Cool.
Yeah, can we put like Joe on there to see
Uh,
if there's like a main research points or maybe folders we can't access have to anything to do with the water god
Sure.
or
Sure, you guys can tag team it and come up with give me a roll on it.
yeah. So I think the lead researcher should get with computer Joe.
You might be enthralled right now. I don't know if you be able to look away from this stuff. This would definitely, if you said your lead researcher is there.
Yeah.
Is that who came with us?
The way I wrote it, I had Cornelius, Derek, Pat, and Nathan on the east, south, Mal, Ilani, Lucia, Harper, Joe, Tim, Bart, Noah, in the west one. So
Okay, so they're not there. Well, my researcher's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you also had earlier said when I had said something as a different character, you're like, she's not there right now. Remember? Because I was like saying something to Mal. That's your lead researcher, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
is. So
sure.
she is there.
Well, so she's not, because remember you said she's not there. Remember when you were talking to the HR lady?
Do they have blink disc in arm's reach?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there'd definitely be disc around here.
Yeah, just gonna make some copies, for some late night read.
Cool.
Very interesting. Yes. Tippity type. Tippity type.
Sure. Let's see what Group 3 is doing. So that's what we did, right? Like a Final Fantasy campaign. This is amazing. You said
right.
Group 3 went.
The south. So that was the south group,
Uh-huh.
and that would have been Mal, Leilani, Harper, and Lucia.
Okay. Well, going south through the narrow hallway, you come across to your right and back are doors that look like they are definitely quarters. To your left is a large door that's blacked out for some reason. Do any of those sound interesting to the group?
Black door.
Yeah. I was gonna say the black door.
Yeah, sure. You enter the black door and you find as soon as you open it, you can see the light creeping in because the door is largely dark inside, but there is a faint glow, and as soon as you step in, you see that there is a huge screen, and it takes your eyes a second to dilate, but then you see all the seats set out, and this is a theater.
A theater? Okay.
Mhm.
Remember you said there was a theater.
Yep, there's a
Alright.
theater,
That would mean-
and even though it's not playing anything, the projector is projecting a
A
faint
black
light
screen.
onto the screen. Mhm.
All right, so that would mean that that's right by the quarters, yeah. So okay. What other doors were there again?
In this little area, there is nothing except this theater, and you can see a door of what looks to be living quarter.
Okay, that's what. Okay, so that, yeah, by that door. Okay, that's. So then, that's it. That it's there, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, is there anything else that Mal or Leilani wanted to ask about this area?
No. I think we keep heading down that hallway.
Yeah. Maybe try to meet up with other people. I think we'll say, "Oh, cool. Well, we found a thief. That's
Sure.
great." So 3, 4 of us.
Sure. As you continue down, it looks like you can turn to your left, but you're pretty sure that won't lead to anything.
Mhm.
You could also go a little farther up and go to your right, and there seems to be a door that's different than the other ones.
Mm.
It's painted blue with a rainbow and clouds on it.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, I lied.
Hmm.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess you could be over here. No, you said you continue south.
I thought we had said we were going to kind of go back and try to catch up with everybody or to find people.
Oh, do you try to go back around because everybody's off kind of doing stuff? Your group 1 is over by the toilets. So did you want to do something with them?
I guess make our way towards the mess hall, right? That's Bart, Noah, and Tim, and then Joe. I mean, if Tim's cool with it, I would say go towards the mess hall. It seems like the area kind of where everybody else would have gone towards anyway, considering where all the R&D and the theater and everything is. Everything's on that end of the map because most of the other side is quarters. So, yeah, I would say they're making their way back towards, at least towards the mess hall. If you want a specific location, I could tell you between what and
No,
what.
that's fine.
Okay.
You can just place that group near the mess hall. That's fine. The point is that all of you kind of get acquainted with the place because
Well, we did want to explore another floor, so I figured we would be meeting up at some point. I don't know what everybody got into, so I mean, I do, but obviously they
so
don't.
let's say group 1 meets up with group 3.
That would be the
And they're
people that
looking
were by the theater.
Yeah, and they're looking for group 2.
Yeah, so they kind of made up by the mess hall, and they're looking for group 2, and they were in R&D, which is right by mess hall, no? But like also below it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we would explore that area. The 8 of us make our way down towards around the mess hall, and we'd find them in R&D. That sound reasonable?
Sure.
Okay. That cool with everybody else?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys spend some time in R&D.
Do
guessing-
this to the specimen so I can look at it clearer.
Tap the glass. Just kidding.
No. We don't know if it's dangerous or not. I don't want him to wake
So
up
that
on
it can go. No, they're probably they seem to be dead. All right. What do you guys want to do now?
Have we felt like we've explored enough of this facility? I say to the group.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. General agreement from my group, I think. I will say that Lucia mentions that there was some stairs back the way we came from by the theater. If we wanted to make our way to the next, is that right? Those are stairs up there. To go up.
You could go up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you make our way onto the next floor.
Sure. Near the stairs that you came up with down the hallway are stairs that go up instead of down. They lead you to a narrow hallway with 2 doors very apparent in it. Right. And
Let me know.
So the stairs come up. There's a hallway. There's stairs that go. There's a door to your right. There's stairs to your left, and beyond that, there are there's another door.
Forward.
Okay. So, like I said, there's three options: door on your right, stairs on your left, and then a door on your left.
Does the stairs go up or down?
The stairs go up.
Oh, higher? And I just point to the stairs. Look at the group.
I say we check out the doors next to us first.
Yeah, I'd like to check out the doors.
Left one, right?
Okay.
Okay, open the
Door on the right.
door on the right. How's that? Better write that. Huh. Opening the door on the right, you see nothing but platform in front of you. The edge of the platform, beyond that is sea.
Oh.
Behind you is just a small little place where you were inside previously, and yeah, you can just see out for miles and miles.
Is this the observation deck? Look at the people who were with me when we were talking to Claudia.
None
By
of you
memory,
can
is it?
Imagine. None
Yeah.
of you really know.
I rolled an 8 to remember.
I mean, this is a deck from which you can absorb, but
I would imagine observation deck be like outside, like a full 360. Is there anything else in the room?
like I said, behind you, you can only see the hallway from which you came. There's nothing else.
Just a big open space. Or deck.
Yeah, you actually don't have much platform in front of you. I mean, it's enough to get like a running start, but
Okay. All right. Maybe this is where they
Yeah.
take their smoke breaks.
Yeah. This is really going there lonely. All right, we'll walk out, and what about the door across from us?
you want to go back in and go to the other door?
Yeah. Back in the hallway and
Okay. You see that maybe this door is just a utility door for some reason. You go back to the other door, and you realize that the hallway is in fact pretty small. All this was doing was protecting the stairs from the elements, probably, so that mist or whatever didn't get down in here. And I mean, the humidity on this planet is something else, right? Being 100% ocean. But it's also very cold, so it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's cold as hell. Anyway, all of you guys, like I showed you in the picture, you're all wearing winter gear. But you open the door, and ahead of you, you can see underneath the next level platform, and you see that there's a few structures there. One of them clearly looks like electronic transformers and stuff, like the source of like a power plant. This is probably what Claudia was talking about when she said don't go messing around in it. It's caged off. There's like what looks to be like generators there. Like there's a massive wires going everywhere, and the like these Tesla looking pylons there that are obviously supplying power to everything.
We should go before the engineer yells at us.
yeah.
And there's a couple other little buildings there that you can kind of make out. But that's up to you. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I say we saw enough on that from that. Now back to the hallway and up the staircase.
Yes.
Sure. As you go up the staircase, you find yourself next to the radar and comms tower. Above it, a huge radar dish or communication dish. You're not sure which one, but it's probably radar because it's spinning around. The rest of below it, all about the tower, are smaller dishes that are probably used for communication. They're pointed in all sorts of different directions, so forth and so on. But besides the tower and the comms, there's actually nothing out here except for one single protrusion that goes off to the side near the southeast corner.
Can we walk
Let's
there?
go.
Yeah.
Let's protrusion.
We're gonna
Yeah.
protrude the protrusion.
heading over there, you have to guess that this is the observation deck.
Ah.
And it has been safety railed off. So it is meant for people to stand up here. There are stairs leading down to the level below you. A ladder, actually.
Okay.
But this is it. It's a pretty. I mean, you're pretty high up, and this is a good view. And being out from this, jutting out from the side, lets you kind of maximize your view without the tower impeding it.
And is the ladder just like another level of the observation deck?
It just leads to the floor below with the electric stuff that I described earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a beautiful view. A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Also very cold.
And I sent you that map of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a lot better. Just leaving my imagination to it.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're
Right
gonna take
now.
a tiny break. We'll be right back. And no, that's okay. Yeah, we need a tiny little break. My throat is super parched. So I'm just gonna get some.
Is everyone getting you down?
Ass.
People always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Parents always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Teachers say you got to do it their way.
Ass.
Cops trying to bust up your party.
Ass.
Uncle Sam trying to dig into your wallet.
Ass.
Preacher bringing God down on you.
Ass. Everything is ass. And it's time to fight back. But Hector, how do I fight back against the ass?
Shut the hell up, guys. You gotta turn that ass around. You're gonna use it for yourself. Just 3 simple steps. It's in the name, dummy.
First, we got the A. That stands for awareness. That means pay attention. Don't be a zombie NPC. Somebody could be trying to pull a fast one on you and you're asleep at the wheel. Come on, get with it.
Now what?
It's the S, fool. I thought you were paying attention. The S stands for skepticism.
What's that?
I'm glad you asked. Because it means doubt. Question everything. Do you really think people don't have a reason to lie to you? You think the news is always right? That your friends are never selfish? That the cops know the laws perfectly? That the government didn't give a bunch of people syphilis?
Question everything. Hector, what do I do now?
Now it's time to go for that final S. And master that ass.
Scrutiny!
Put that ass to the test. Look it up. Do a little research. Experiment. Check in on that ass to see if it's legit. Stop messing with ass that don't pass basic sniff test.
But Hector, how do I remember all that?
I made a shirt, so you don't have to. Go on, get down in the link right now and order yours. Stop being everybody's fool and master that ass. Get the shirt! Do it now! Go! Do it! Is everyone getting you down?
Ass.
People always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Parents always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Teachers say you gotta do it their way.
Ass.
Cops trying to bust up your party.
Ass.
Uncle Sam trying to dig into your wallet.
Ass.
Preacher bringing God down on you.
Ass.
Everything is ass.
And should be back. There we go. I was fussing around with the commercial. By the way, guys, merch in the store. There we go. All right. What are you guys up to now?
Is there any more to explore?
You tell me.
We still have that floor 0.
Is that the one where we need to wear equipment to get down there?
I don't think we tried to go down there yet.
Well, let's go there.
Okay. You guys find your way back through the station, going through the stairs that lead down, back onto the back onto level 1, where people are still moving, hustling and bustling, moving on and off of Venerius, loading and unloading. And you find some stairs that head down to level 0.
What is that? Radar and comms tower. Wow.
Yeah, that's the last floor you were on. The last floor you explored. All right. As you head down there, you see. Let's see. That would probably be the most logical one. You guys enter from the northeast of the floor, and below you, to the south, you can see that there is a teeny weeny submarine, like the size of a room, maybe like 10 by 10 feet, suspended from a twin crane that looks like its sole purpose is to move this little submarine on and off of out of the water and into the water. You can see down below beside that there is a metal arch that leads to the other side of the deck, because there seems to be a hole across the center of this deck, an empty space. To your right are some weird chains that look like they are mechanically operated. And there's a lot more stuff. In the center of the room, you can see the crane that was below the lift, but it's on the opposite side of the level. And there are some buildings to your right and some buildings across the way.
Which way should we go?
I'll let you guys make some decisions here.
Across the way it is.
All right, you head past the crane. You head past like an engine-looking thing by the crane, between a strut, and you see to be some more random chains with hooks on them. You're not quite sure what the hooks are for, but as you make your way across the arc in the center, you can see that level 0 is pretty much sea level. There's not a far drop from here to the ocean floor. And to the left is a sluice gate. Sluice gate? Sluice, yes, not sluice, sluice. Which seems to be controlling the water level around here somehow. So maybe this thing has a bottom tank somehow. And to the right, below another archway that looks exactly like the one that you guys are crossing, is partially submerged, a rather large submarine. Not as big as like a war type submarine, maybe about half that size, but still pretty impressive in size. And you make your way across to a strange looking little room with a window on it, and that's to your left, and to your right is a support strut. Ahead of you are more buildings, or a couple more buildings.
Are there any people working in this area?
No, where
Not
is
right now.
everybody?
Honestly, it looks like everybody is pretty much upstairs loading and unloading right now. And you
Well,
guys,
To give submarine tours. We should ask
you guys
somebody.
know, you guys are pretty sure that you'll have to do that in the future. But right now, since you haven't been, what's the word?
Like debriefed or
Yeah.
We're still waiting for orientation, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep, you're still waiting for orientation, and there's a bunch of union rules. So you guys aren't allowed to touch any work right now.
Can we access the submarine?
He told you that you have a excursion in 6 hours, which is coming up pretty soon.
Oh, so this is probably the boat we'll be on. U-boat, whatever.
It's a boat.
All right, well,
Underwater
I
boat?
say we call it go back to our quarters until we set sail.
We all need to unwind and release some stress.
Yes, I believe I might go to the mess hall before I go to.
I'm hungry. I gotta take my kid to get some Swedish fish, guys.
Yay!
Yeah, smart, delicious Swedish fish.
And Cornelius would have told you where the daycare was and all that when we first met up, just in passing.
Well,
because Noah wasn't with us when we were talking to HR lady. That's why.
Yeah.
okay, so you guys all go back to level 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
we go find our respective rooms
And mess halls for whoever is hungry.
And then you guys want to go to
wait till the
Just
excursion.
wait to. All right, that's what
Mhm.
we'll do. That's exactly what we do. All of you go back and relax and unwind. You put more food in your guts now that those of you who threw up are feeling pretty
Very
hungry,
dehydrated. Very dehydrated.
dehydrated and hungry, and you guys want to be ready for this excursion. You were forced to sleep for quite some while, but now you stretch your legs, and you know that you have hopefully a long and a long excursion and a what's the word? A constructive one that will help you guys out. And you guys only get 3 of these a year, so
How long is the year?
it's 1 Earth year. One
2 days.
so a year is different on this planet, but you guys are still going by Earth calendars.
Oh my god.
So,
Well, since this is an AVP alien type game, here's our resident Jonesy. He's really mean,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, that's what Kane said. Look, it's Jonesy.
It's Jonesy.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh, it's not the one from the evil dream. All right.
Well, you've met Archie. You know he's pretty evil. Just tried to kill me right now. So.
Okay. So now we're skipping ahead. Juddlin is the guy debriefing you. All right, guys. It looks like 2 of you are certified to drive this class of submersible. Take your time and get acquainted with the controls. Fueling will be complete in 5 minutes. But for the love of God, watch out for wet blankets. They're too thin to get clear signal on sonar. They're hard to see and they're attracted to movement and warmth. They get caught up in the propeller, the rifle familium, and might leave you dead. And I do mean dead in the water. Anyway, they're rarely alone, so if you see one, book it. Other than that, use common sense. If something's big, keep a safe distance. The console has a map of areas previously explored, so if you're trying to make a discovery, you can avoid those areas. Anyway, how did you guys get approved for an excursion? You got to tell me about it when you get back. All right.
How did we
DSV
get approved for the excursion?
You did it in the beginning when you infiltrated Swordport.
Mm-hmm. We approved ourselves.
Yeah. Somebody programmed a working Joe to do stuff. Aboard the DSV Guna Cadet, departure is a fairly simple event. The radio pops on and you hear Jodelin's voice again, this time with a little scratchiness behind it. Remember to move as soon as the sluice opens. And the sluice starts to open. 2 of you have characters which have a talent. It says drive 6. Those characters would be occupying the pilot and co-pilot position. The rest of your characters are in the passenger compartment. The passenger compartment has observation ports as well as observation instruments. But all the main controls are in the pilot and co-pilot compartment.
Who's driving?
Those of you who have the talent drive 6 are in the pilot and co-pilot compartment.
Talent drive 6.
So none of my people.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I have 1.
Pretty sure I should have the other.
My dive specialists.
I've got control vehicle.
Yes, and you should, and in the talent on the right, on the talents on
Oh,
the right,
yeah.
you should have.
Oh yeah, that would be the mercenary. That'd be Lucia. My bad.
Is it drive 6? So I think that's drive 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, hold on. Drive 1, 2, and 3. You're right.
Okay, no, I have 2 of them.
They have.
Oh, you have 2 of them?
Yes.
Oh, okay, they're okay. I'm sorry, they're both Evans.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, sorry.
Mal and Leilani.
Maybe my Joe, but yeah.
Yeah, you could program it technically, but we didn't say that you did. Did anyone stay back?
Would you have taken Bart with you on the submarine?
I mean, I don't know where I would leave him. We didn't
Daycare
ever.
center we discussed before we went
Oh
to
yeah,
Florida?
that's right. I guess I would have left him there. No.
Now I'm running that
Swedish
place.
Right, he's just like, all right, four,
You're too ugly to be my friend. Get away from me, teacher.
That's being my no spot.
So,
leave him in
so
the
only,
child care
so,
center.
so only Bart stayed behind.
I would say, yeah.
Mm,
None of my characters.
Well, what's the limit of people that could?
All of you can fit +1.
Tim, take Joe and just report back to me. I'm not feeling too well for the sea. Cornelius.
Cornelius is back. Okay.
Do a lot of this.
Okay. All right. So Cornelius and Bart stay back. All right. Along the way, all of you have been treated to the sights of a plethora of creatures you could have never imagined. Some of them because they are so much like the sea creatures on Earth, and some of them because they are so different. Any one of these creatures, or even the coral, quote unquote, coral or anemones, are worthy of an award-winning paper. But you haven't been able to find anything that Kitezh hasn't taken samples of. Nearly 4 hours in, the fuel gauge is reading 59%. A good time to head back, except for one thing. There seems to be an electronic signal originating due northwest. And you would be reading that signal, Evan, with your 2 characters in the pilot and co-pilot position.
All right, and I let everyone know that we're on 59% of gas and how long it will take us to get to the signal and how long it will take us to get back.
Yeah, you're not sure where the signal is coming from,
Oh.
but you're not sure how far out it is. But from what you can tell after you clear it up, it seems to be a perfectly repeating pattern. As far as you know, Kitezh Station has sole propriety of this planet, or SOAR Corporation, and Kitezh Station and the Nereus are supposed to be the only things inhabiting this planet other than the native marine life.
And is there like any communication I could radio in the base to see if they're familiar with that?
You
With that
attempt
signal there?
communication, and it seems like you've wandered out of range.
Interesting. I let the occupants know, and I'll leave it up to, I guess, like a team vote to decide whether to pursue the signal or to head back to the facility.
Derek will speak up. Well, we are here to explore. I say we go. Might I look over at Noah?
Are you sure you say we go? Because I say we go back.
You heard the man. We go back now.
I mean, do we know how much time? No, yeah, I guess we should check. I would want to check it out.
Is that what our cult leader says?
Yes, Noah is like interested in knowing what that signal is.
All right. Well,
All right,
you
we'll
do
push it
some
forward.
you do some calculations, and you know that you didn't take a straight line here, so you can risk technically more than 50% of your fuel because you, like I said, you didn't take a straight line here. So you head towards the signal. You guys wonder what the signal can be, and as you get closer, it gets clearer. And it's definitely mechanical because it is perfectly repeating. You wonder if maybe it's Morse code for a second, but you know that it's more complicated than that, and it's not binary, so that can't be it. How much so you guys are, like I said, at 59% fuel. How much fuel are you willing to risk on this? Like I said,
Okay.
in theory, you could go below 50% because you didn't take a straight line here. You could maybe ask for a roll if one of your characters is capable of making those calculations.
So
you can.
So when we first figure out the signal, how far are we from the? How far were we from the facility?
You
In
guys
terms
have
of
been
gas.
out. You guys have been out for around 4 hours, and you have gone from 100% fuel to 59 or 50. Yeah, 59.
And then we didn't go in a straight line.
Yeah, like I said, you didn't go in a straight line. So in theory, you could go below 50%. You could go a little. You could go a little while below 50% and get back. But you guys have to tell me how much you're willing to risk.
I still till we get to like 30%.
Mm,
That seems like a safe.
Can we make Joe do the calculations?
Oh yeah,
For
what the hell?
us?
We got our freaking computer with us.
Yeah, you can ask him to calculate it for you. Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Tim will look at Joe.
Yeah,
All right,
just
Joe. How much
ask a
fuel are we going to need to
question.
get back?
Shake Joe up and see what he has to say for us.
okay. So what do I like roll to see if I figure that out or what?
No, Joe's a machine. He just
Yeah.
knows that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he. If I didn't give him the talents for it, doing simple calculations is he's a calculator.
Yeah,
Literally.
he's a robot. Yeah, he knows math.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, however you want to say it, why don't you tell the group that they could get down to 42% fuel?
Oh, 42. Oh, I see that. That
By
puts us-
saying that we can get down to 42% fuel and still make it back. I'm telling you the odds.
I see that's a pretty good cushion there to do a little bit of exploration there.
Good little window on the fuel. Yeah.
Yeah, that is-
Okay, so you guys continue on, and you're willing to go down to working Joe's calculation. As you continue towards the signal, and the signal becomes clearer and clearer, sonar starts to pick something up. It's a rather anomalous, can I speak? Anomalous sonar reading of a huge shape underwater. And the shape is interesting because it seems to have perfectly flat.
About this, Tim. This could be really interesting.
It's around us or around where the beacon was, or the signal was coming from.
But you said we could see it on radar, right? Bang, bang.
It pops up on sonar.
Sonar. There you go.
hmm
Is the sub equipped with like cameras and stuff so we can take pictures of stuff or no?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Only so much light can travel through the water. But as you get closer, the shape on the sonar seems to clarify. And as soon as you see the triangular shape form perfectly on sonar, you look ahead and you see what looks to be a pyramid.
Holy shit, guys. Derek. Oh, my lords. Oh, my gods.
This could
This
be
could
the
be it.
Messiah. This is
This could
it.
be
This has to be it.
Are we too far down
Hello?
to get out and look? All excited.
All of you can roll look now. you may not see it.
I got a 20 and a 9.
Oh, 20, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who got the 20?
Tim.
Was it Derek? Tim? Oh, Tim. Good. Awesome. 20 does it. Anybody else? A 9 does not.
This is adding like the total bonus, correct?
Yeah, just the D10 and then add it to the total bonus.
I've got a 10. 7. No. 15.
Does Joe get a roll?
I got a 20.
Oh,
And then if I do get one, I got a 20 with Lucia. And then if Joe gets a roll,
yeah, Joe gets a roll.
he got a 9.
All right, so we have Lucia and Tim.
My ex-soldier has a 23.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent. Good. Rolls. What's the number you're looking for? So the other ones, I don't know if they can do it. But still, those of you who rolled high enough are just not so distracted that you lose concentration and fail to look out of the observation decks. Maybe you're just checking to see, or the observation ports. Maybe you're just checking to see if there's anything else around here, right? Get your grounding. Some of you are very observant. You do your thing, you look around, and when you look in the water, something glimmers just really strange. Sheet, like a floating bed sheet, coming towards your.
Oh, jeez.
the
Wet
gloom.
blanket. Wet blanket. Tim. Wet blanket.
Well, what is a wet blanket?
That guy said he could get caught in the motors and strand us or something like that.
Oh,
We need
yeah.
to avoid it at
like-
all costs. That's
Yeah,
all I
but
remember.
like what is it?
It's marine life. It's local marine life. Imagine like a jellyfish stretched out
okay,
as
okay,
far as it
okay,
can.
okay.
Yep. No wet blankets.
So what do you guys want to do?
Evasive maneuvers.
Or you know what?
Yeah.
We will. We're gonna call it there
Okay, cool.
because that's it. We've made our 3 hours. We will be back next week, guys. That was an excellent session. Everybody having fun?
Yeah.
I want to know what I want to do now.
Yeah.
This is your time. If you guys want to extend it longer,
No, I'm good. This is a good cliffhanger.
okay.
Good cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right, guys.
We've got a
Remember
pyramid. Wet blanket.
merch.
Tune
Buy,
in next
go down
time.
in the link, get some merch. Helicopter's wearing some too. Go get a
Come get it.
T-shirt from us, guys.
Come and get it.
I'm not wearing any. If you want to buy some, though, you can buy some for
Yeah,
me.
you can buy some for our cast. Send it to us.
I
Go
don't deserve it.
click on my launch cart store and get some awesome merch. There's some other designs in there too. And if you joined us, thanks for joining us. If you left a comment, thanks for leaving a comment. It's much appreciated. Please do follow, subscribe, like, share, refer this to a friend. Know that I got a show over here, which I'm calling Too Hot for Twitch because I got a content warning for drawing cartoon butts. That'll be on Tuesday if you want free art advice. We got more stuff coming up. I'm so happy to finally unveil the shirts, the merch. This was AVMVP, the Prelude, Session 1, so forth, so on. Please join us next week. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Stay metal. And now for a special announcement.
Is everyone getting you down?
Ass.
People always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Parents always telling you what to do.
Ass.
Teachers say you got to do it their way.
Ass.
Cops trying to bust up your party.
Ass.
Uncle Sam trying to dig into your wallet.
Ass.
Preacher bringing God down on you.
Ass.
Everything is ass, and it's time to fight back! But Hector, how do I fight back against the ass?
Shut the hell up, Chris. You got to turn that ass around. You're going to use it for yourself. It's 3 simple steps. It's in the name, dummy.
First, we got the A. That stands for awareness. That means pay attention. Don't be a zombie NPC. Somebody could be trying to pull a fast one on you and you're asleep at the wheel. Come on, get with it.
Now what?
It's the S, fool. I thought you were paying attention. The S stands for skepticism.
What's that?
I'm glad you asked. Because it means doubt. Question everything. Do you really think people don't have a reason to lie to you? You think the news is always right? That your friends are never selfish? That the cops know the laws perfectly? That the government didn't give a bunch of people syphilis?
Question everything.
Hector, what do I do now?
Now it's time to go for that final S and master that ass.
Scrutiny! Put that ass to the test. Look it up, do a little research, experiment. Check in on that ass to see if it's legit. Stop messing with ass that don't pass basic sniff test.
But Hector, how do I remember all that?
I made a shirt, so you don't have to. Go on, get down in the link right now and order yours. Stop being everybody's fool and master that ass. Get the shirt! Do it now! Go! Do it!